Inflation, friend or foe? This week on The Brian Murray Show. Welcome to The Brian Murray Show, a real estate show, New Jersey style. Today's topic, inflation, friend or foe? Now, on one hand, inflation is a foe. If they raise the price of my coffee 10%, I now pay $3.30 versus $3 for my coffee. In fact, I was in New York the other day and I paid $5 for a gallon of gasoline. 5. If I wanted super, it was 6. That's inflation. Foe. Friend. I own a bunch of real estate. My real estate goes up. I own my own home. I bought a home, I buy a home today, $800,000. It goes up 10%. That's $80,000. That's a lot of coffees and a lot of gas. So it can be a friend, it can be a foe. Here's a good example of a renter that's out there. High-end building. Show you that screenshot right here. High-end building in Hoboken. Someone posts, I am renting out storage space and my refrigerator. This isn't somebody that's on government assistance. This isn't somebody that's working to just make ends meet and living at the bottom of the food chain. This is a high-end building in Hoboken. Rents start in the high 2,000s for a one-bedroom, 3,000s and up. Somebody wants to rent out storage space in their refrigerator. Now, beyond just how much could you really make on that, and would it make a difference? Like, am I going to pay $10 to store, some frozen, some ice cream there? Okay, let's say I want to store some extra ice cream because it was on sale. So I got 2 for 1. So I said 2 for $5, right? So I saved $5 on the ice cream, but now I'm paying you $10 to store it. And what happens when I want it? Let's say, I'm watching TV and it's like 11 o'clock and it's like, I could use some ice cream. I'm going to go down the hall. I'm going to get in the elevator, I'm going to go to another floor, I'm going to knock on the door, I'm going to say, hey, could I have a scoop of my ice cream now? Or, maybe you give me a key. So there you are, you're sitting there, maybe you just came out of the shower, you're sitting there in your towel, or hopefully with a towel on, and I come and I open the key and say, I'm just going to get some ice cream, don't worry about me. Inflation, friend or foe? If you own real estate, it's your friend. If you rent out refrigerator space, it's your foe. This is today's discussion point on The Brian Murray Show. Weekly market numbers, Hoboken and Jersey City, February 23rd, 2022. I'm Brian Murray, and here's what's happening. The most important numbers on this page here are 2. It's new in the last 7 days and under contract in the last 30. Now, for the last few weeks, I've been talking about the under contracts, the under contracts, the under contracts. But I'm also talking about the new. Because right now, we're coming into the last week of February. End of February is right here. It's March next week. And look, 26 new homes in Hoboken, 16 in Jersey City. Extrapolate that out over the course of 50 or 52 weeks, and it's not that many homes that are available. These are all that's available, not what's going to sell. I mean, last year in Hoboken, for instance, there were about 1,100 sales. That's sales. There aren't going to be 1,100 listings this year, much less sales. But the buyers are there. Go to an open house. Go to an open house, hang outside for a little while, especially in that under $1 million range or under $1.2 million. See how many people come to the open house. 15, 20, 30, $800,000 2-bedroom, 2-bath, elevator building, 25, 30, 35. A lot of buyers out there, Just talk to my folks in the burbs, my partners, open houses, 40, 50 people, 15 offers. So those folks that want to sell can't sell because they can't buy anything, so they're stuck. And they're going to wait, and they're stuck. And now you want to buy in this market, you can't, because the competition is too much and nothing's coming on the market. Look at that, under contract last 30 days. It's almost the entire market getting replaced. What happens when there's many buyers and fewer sellers? Prices go up. It's happened already. We've seen it in January. We've seen it again in February. So if you're a seller, it's great that there are a lot of buyers out there, but it's not just the right amount of buyers. It's figuring out how to maximize the dollars for your home. I can easily throw your home. Any agent can throw your home on the market at below market and say, look, we got a bunch of offers. Isn't this great? It's really marketing and staging and preparing your property and pricing your property and negotiating it so you get the most money. Not just that you got more than you asked for because you asked for not that much, but the most. These are today's market numbers. You look at them, you have questions, you ask me. Every segment is different. The 2-bed, 2-bath elevator parking is different than the 1-bed, 1-bath, 4th floor walk-up. There's still buyers for that, but it's different. These are today's market numbers, end of February 2022. The good, the bad, the ugly. Middle of winter edition, but I'm not going to talk about winter. I'm going to talk about the good. There are new businesses coming to town, to Hoboken, to Jersey City. There's always new restaurants that are coming. There's always cool new shops that sell knickknacks and that kind of thing that are always coming into town. You know, and that's good for landlords, it's good for rents, it's good for people to just have something new to experience. Certainly if you've walked around Grove Street or you've walked on Washington Street in Hoboken, it's an experience, it's fun, it's neat to explore. But the bad is that recently they're talking about putting in a lot of these recreational marijuana stores. The most prevalent one here would be where the Hudson Tavern was, uptown in Hoboken on 14th and Hudson Street. It used to be a very popular local restaurant, very big space. So it's surrounded by residential buildings on all sides, families, and I'm just not sure how that reflects on the overall neighborhood. You know, some people have advocated that, oh, it's just like a liquor store. Well, a liquor store, you know, you take it and you go home. Or a bar. Well, most bars serve food, so there's that kind of an aspect. And you could argue that, well, it's like a bar, but, you know, not every bar you're going into to maybe become altered in your state. I don't know. I've never been to a recreational marijuana place, but I would imagine that the reason you would go in there is to come out more than a drink or a glass of wine or two altered. But again, I don't know. I'm just very concerned that it is that you know, the ones that end up in a residential neighborhood and not maybe more of a commercial district is concerning for the residents, concerning for the property values, and it's a slippery slope, right? I mean, I assume that the states and the cities are doing this because they just want a cut of the revenue. They want to cut. They want to make sure it gets taxed. So what is next? It's a slippery slope. Well, there's gambling. Well, the state already has gambling in New Jersey and now New York. But are we going to have, you know, most people do that on their phones. But is there going to be something that, you know, you're going to be able to go into the marijuana den and, you know, just place your bets there or have something very focused on that? Perhaps. I mean, it's kind of like that. And then what's next after that? Are we going to have prostitution and strip clubs because they need more revenue? I'm saying it's a slippery slope. I'm saying that it's definitely a concern for neighborhoods and, you know, it's a concern for property values. So you can agree or disagree, or, you know, I think we're going to find out relatively soon, but my sincerest hope for our Hoboken and Jersey City is that it is confined to places that, you know, might be a little bit more commercial in nature than residential in nature, and that's just the way it is. So that's the good, the bad, the ugly. Thanks so much for watching the show today. All episodes of The Brian Murray Show can be found on my website, murraypropertygroup.com, under the blog section. Like me, follow me, share me. Oh, I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook. I'm going to come on Snap soon. I do all these amazing TikToks. If you haven't seen my daily realtor tip on TikToks, definitely check me out. And please leave me a Google business review. That's where my best reviews come from, is in Google Business Review, and I do appreciate that so much that you can say, hey, I watched his awesome daily tip on TikTok and got some good information from it. Thank you so much. So that's where you can find me. Leave me comments, questions, and as always, if there's anything that you disagree with in the show, like the controversial, marijuana den in your neighborhood comments, reach out to me directly, and I'll show you why you're wrong. Thanks for watching.